Hello guys, how's it going? I have not made a video in a really long time, and I apologize for that. However, am I frozen right now? Yeah, okay. My bad guys. Sorry. Okay, so I have not made a video in a really long time. And I'm gonna tell you why. Well, I get mercilessly slaughtered at Desert Fox. So basically, if you guys didn't know, I had an infected toe. It was my left big toe, so it was kind of a big deal. So that happened, and then figure out how to drop mines. I actually read the instructions. So yeah, that happened. Sorry, this is gonna be awful. Oh my god, I actually won one. If I'm gonna win this, I'll be amazed, because I'm gonna try not to turn it all. I hope they all just go up there and die. Oh, I might win this. No! Okay, so I had an infected toe for about 3 weeks, and it got kind of severe, like really bad. So I went to my doctors, and I decided that it was time to get some professional help with this, considering it was like 3 weeks pretty much dead. Well, I go there and I get pills, and these pills are supposed to help you with your infected toe, I suppose. I'm gonna kill myself. Yep. I don't remember how to swivel, so this is gonna be awful. So I have to take these pills, which I didn't actually know how to take pills before this, so that was kind of awful. So in that whole time span, I had to learn how to take pills, and then I had to take these pills, obviously, and in doing so, it would hopefully help my toe. Well, it did absolutely. Wow, he just bank shot that. These pills. Sorry, my cat was on my lap and it was very distracting. These pills did absolutely nothing for my toe. So my doctor said, well, there's nothing else we can do for you. And so I was like, great. And now what do I do? And so here I am thinking, okay, we're just going to go back to the doctors and get maybe stronger medication. And that's not what happens. I wish that's what would happen, but that's just not what happens. I'm dead already. Wow. Murdered 2 people with my mind. So, ugh, that was awful. So one day I have to get out of school again. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Wow, mines do a crap ton of damage. I murdered himself. Alright, just have that happen 2 more times. So, one day I have to go to school and I have to go to another doctor. And this other doctor is a certified foot doctor, but I didn't know that. I'm thinking I'm going back to my other doctor to get more candy pills. Obviously the pills weren't candy, it's an expression for when the pills do nothing for you. Well, at least in my eyes, that's what it is. So gonna try and trick this monkey. Yes! I'm winning! Sorry, I'm so just into this game right now. It's hard to tell a story. I think I'll take a, I'll just wait at the main menu if I win this one. For now, I'm gonna put my everything into winning this. Mine. No, I died. Cortex is gonna win this one. Yep. Okay. So here I am going to a special God, one more win. You know, I'm gonna hold off on the story, guys. I'm sorry. I know you guys want to know about my gross toe, but I'm going to have to hold out for now. So much concentration right now. That's a mine. This game's working against me right now. I have to concentrate so hard. One more. Yeah! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Someone give me a real trophy. Holy freaking crap. That was literally the most difficult thing. I beat that without moving my tank once. I just had to place mines and win. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a break and I will tell you guys the full story so I'm not distracted. Okay, so basically, I had these pills. These pills did absolutely nothing for me, and I took, like, pretty much good care of my toe as much as I could, even though it was infected, and I didn't notice it for 3 weeks. The way I got it infected was I clipped my toenail too short. I think that this is like a little guess or a hypothesis. I guess I don't freaking know science terms. Yeah. So I decided that it was because I clipped it too short and that I bashed it on my new bed frame. Well, it got infected, and then the first week, my sister noticed it, and she said, ew, gross, what's wrong with your toe? And I'm like, I don't freaking know. So I didn't pay attention to it, and then one day I got home from gym. This is about a week and a half afterward of me bashing it. So, like, half of a week after my sister said, ew, gross, I decided that I was going to take a shower after I got home from school, because I had gym, and I was all sweaty and gross. So, took the shower, got out of the shower, and I saw like almost ooze coming out of my toe. It was really gross. So that was kind of like a big, like, whoa, something wrong with my toe, bro. So I decided, okay, I'm going to have to do something about this. So I was told to soak it in warm water and bath salts, like Epsom salt, and try and get rid of it that way. Well, that didn't do anything. So I waited yet again another week. So here's 2 weeks. And I don't even remember why I waited so long, but, because I was putting on this foot stuff. There was like this fungicure or something like that, but that was for broken nails, but I still had my nail, which I wish my nail fell off so I didn't have to, like, worry about all this crap. Well, I was putting on this fungus stuff for a week, and it did zero anything. As a matter of fact, the infection got worse because it didn't do anything. So I'm like, great. So I decided, okay, I should probably get some help. I know, it's 3 weeks in, and now I decided, oh, hey, something's so weird about my green toe. Well, I decided to go to the school nurse, and she's like, yeah, it's definitely infected. I'm like, thinking to myself, thanks. Couldn't tell. But she's like, one of the things I was worried about was it being ingrown, because those frickin' suck. Well, she said, well, it's definitely not ingrown, and I, like, freaking was about to just bail to my knees and just freaking praise the Lord. Thank you for not giving me an ingrown toenail. Well, she said, it's definitely not ingrown. I'm like, sweet. She's like, well, it's definitely infected, though, so you're going to have to take oral antibiotics. So this is when I go and I get the oral antibiotics, which I take three pills a day for 10 days. And I did that. Yet again, prior to this experience, I did not know how to take a pill. I started on like really, really small stuff, like smaller than Advil, and then I moved up to something like bigger than your average pill, like the size of a vitamin, like a normal vitamin. So that happened, and then after that, after the 10 days, I said those pills did nothing. Like, they didn't help me in my situation because I think it was too far in the process of having this infection. So the infection was really strong for what it was. And it was a really, really deep green, like really, really green. Like, you see those laser beams over there? Like, closer to the roundish part, that really, really deep green. Yeah, that's pretty much what my toe looked like. So that's underneath the nail, so I couldn't really do anything about it. So like after those 10 days, my mother called the doctors, and I did not hear any of this phone call. But apparently the doctor who gave me the pills said, we cannot do anything further for you. And I didn't know any of this. So the day I get out of school, my mother comes to pick me up, and she says, she didn't tell me that we were going to a special foot doctor. So inside the car, I'm thinking, oh yay, more pills. Okay, sweet. Like, yay, more pills for victory, and then I will just have this infection gone. Well, I heard my mother say, like, I was talking to her, and then she's like, be quiet so I can remember where this place is. And I'm thinking to myself, we were just at this doctor's 10 days ago. How did you forget where it is? Well, about halfway there, it finally clicked to me that we're not going to the same place. But for some reason, in the back of my mind, I kept thinking, yay, more candy pills. I'm going to get more pills instead of just having like a full-on anything done with it. Well, we get there, and they give us all this paperwork to fill out because, first-time patients. I've never been there. I've never been to a foot doctor because, well, I've never had an infected toe. Well, we get there, and this freaking, like, this huge packet we have to fill out. I'm going to try and play a game so it's not as boring. This huge packet we have to fill out, and when do I play a lot of time? Oh, great. 40 seconds to murder 3 people. Alright, hit the monkey. Okay, so I get there, I fill out all the paperwork, and then eventually the doctor calls me in, and she's like, yeah, here you go, the doctor's ready to see you. Wow, I just got murdered. Oh, there's one more. 19 seconds, I probably could have done it. So after I was told the doctor's ready to see me, I went inside of the office, and I waited because he wasn't in there yet. As all great doctors always let you wait and have the anticipation build up. Because, that's just what they do. So I am just kind of chilling in there, and I'm looking around the room, and it's terrifying. Like, oh, I did it! I can't believe I'm winning these. Okay, so I'm looking around the room, and I'm just seeing like a bunch of utensils, and I'm thinking to myself, it's not going to be candy pills anymore, is it? Well, the subconscious me was completely and totally correct. But that's for a little bit later. So the doctor eventually comes in, and he says that, like, he's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, not too bad, how are you? And stuff like that. Like the average small talk that the doctors give you. So he, after like small talking me, he tells me to take off my shoe so you can see it. So I take off my shoe and I take off my sock, and I put it up on top of this, it's like almost like a dentist chair almost. And immediately as he looks at it, like literally half of a second after seeing it, he's like, he literally looked at me and he said, yep, we're gonna have to take off the nail. So me thinking, yay, candy pills. But in the back of my mind, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. So after hearing we're going to have to remove the nail, it kind of hit really hard because I'm not a big fan of doctors, and I certainly don't like surgery things, even if it is on something as small as a toe. But even then, it's just a thought process of, well,
having stuff done to you. So, after hearing that, all I said was, okay. Like, literally, that's all I said, because that's the only thing I could really retaliate with, was just, okay. So, after saying that, he asked me, like, to calm me down a little bit more. He asked me what type of pills I took, because I told him that I took pills, and they did absolutely nothing for me. He wanted to know what pills I took, and I said, I don't know. And then he asked, do you think your mother would know? I said, I don't know. So he's like, here, I'll go ask. So he goes out to my mother, who's inside the waiting room. And he actually asked her to come to the room, and she goes in there, and there's one other chair. This room is so small. It's so freaking small. Like, it's the size of probably, I want to say a little bit bigger than a cubicle. It's like about that size. So we're sitting in there, and my mom comes in, and he asked about what pills I took. And my mother didn't know, because, I just got prescribed pills and, well, took them. So we both didn't know. And he said, okay. And this is how, like, I look over at my mother, and, like, the whole, we're gonna have to remove your nail kind of hit me, like, really hard. It hit me like a huge, like, tsunami wave almost. And I almost started bawling my eyes out. And it was, I don't know, like, I'm really big baby about these things. So here I am about to bawl my eyes out. And I look over at the doctor, and he's standing by the sink. And not like out of the corner of my eye I can see him because the room's so freaking small. But he's got this huge needle, like the size of almost like a brand new pencil. It's a pretty freaking long needle, and I'm just terrified of needles. So I see him filling it up with local anesthesia, like a bottle, and pretty much I didn't look back at him. I just staring at my mother, and then he sat down, and then I glanced out the corner of my eye, and I could see like a bottle. It was like a cream-colored bottle, and pretty much this bottle was filled with, I think, nitrogen. So basically, all I heard from him was, this is going to make it a little less unpleasant. And so I was like, I didn't really respond with anything. And at this point, I had music in my ears. Prior to the needle, I had music in my ears because I wanted to drown everything out. So I had music in my ears, and he said this will help with everything, like make it a little less painful. This is obviously when he's about to the water perils. Oh, so basically, I had my music in at this point, and oh, this one's cool. I like this one. Oh, stupid water perils. I think those are as damaging as bombs. Okay, so I put my headphones back in, and he sprays this stuff on my foot, which was from the cream-colored bottle. Sorry if I get a little bit distracted by the gameplay. So he sprays this cream-colored bottle, and it is freezing cold. It is absolutely freezing cold. And basically what I want you to imagine is actually no, you don't even have to imagine. Go ahead and on the side of your foot, on the very, very right side of your foot, I want you to, I wonder if I win. Sweet. I want you to, on the very right side of your left foot, the big toe, I want you to pinch as hard as you can, if you want to, on the very, very right side of your foot. Like down below the nail area. Pinch as hard as you can. And then probably multiply that pain by about 2 or 3. And that was the first needle that went in. And here I am closing my eyes and kind of like pushing down like on my teeth together to like, numb or like focus more pain on my mouth than anything else. Well then, I want you to imagine feeling that Still pain of you pinching that, but very, very slightly, because after he took out the needle, it didn't really hurt anymore. And then, here was the grossest one. Between both of your toes, where that little U-shaped part is, where it connects your toes to your feet, kind of, imagine pinching there, a little less hard than the last one. And then move to your right a little bit on top of your toe and pinch there. And then on the very, very bottom of your toe, like that little section, pinch there. So I got 4 shots in the toe. So here I am, closing my eyes, and I have my music pretty loud, but out of the corner of my, just my right side, I have my eyes closed and everything, and I can hear my mother say, like very softly over my music, "I don't think I can watch this." So she got up, she left the room, and I thought the doctor was still there. So I have my eyes closed, my music is loud, so I can't really hear anything. And because I'm thinking, okay, we're going straight to surgery now. Well, it's not quite what happened. So I'm sitting there with my music, and I'm shaking. Like, just imagine you're outside and you're freezing. Just imagine that, and you're just shaking. You have shorts and a t-shirt on. You're shaking. That's how bad I was shaking. It felt like maybe like an earthquake was just happening. Like a level 4 earthquake was happening. It's just shaking. And so I open my eyes, and the room's empty. There's no one in here with me. It's just me shaking. And I'm sitting there listening to music, and then about a minute or 2 after, the door opens, and I jump. I literally almost fall out of the chair. I jump so hard because I'm just so nervous. The adrenaline's rushing and everything. And it's the doctor. He has a cart with him this time, though. He has a cart with a tray on it. And it was a nice little tray, but I could see silver on it. That's all I could see. I did not know what else was on there. So I didn't want to focus on the silver because I knew those are going to be the instruments that he was going to take my toenail off with. So I didn't pay attention to that. Instead, I paid attention to another thing that was on there that caught my eye a little bit more than the silver. It was red. I looked over, and it was a bandage, like not really a bandage, but like a rag, and it was soaked in blood. And I'm like, the surgery hasn't even started yet, and there's already blood on the scene. This is gonna be beautiful. So I took off one headphone because I think he was gonna say something else. But I asked him, I think I can feel my foot still. Because I don't know if you guys have ever had anything numbed, but when you have something numbed, you don't feel pain. Obviously, that's why they numb it. But you still know someone's there doing something. So basically, my foot is numb. And I said, I think I can still feel it. He's like, well, do you feel pain or do you feel pressure? And I said, I think I feel pressure. He's like, well, pressure's normal, pain is not. And after he injected me 4 times, I freaking hope I don't feel pain. Well, I did feel pressure. So when you have like a tooth pulled, you can feel like the pressure of him, like your dentist, just working on the tooth. Well, that was the exact same thing with the toenail. So the last thing I remember saying to this doctor while the surgery was going on, or before the surgery, was, all right, I'm going to put my headphones back in, because I knew he was about to start doing stuff, because he sat down and he had his tray and stuff like that. He said, okay. And then he said, what are you listening to? And I said, Five Finger Death Punch. And I put in my headphone, and I turned up the volume a little bit, and then I closed my eyes, and I pushed my hands against my face. Pretty hard, actually. To again divert my mind to focusing more on my pressure on my face, not my foot. Well, you could feel every little thing that he did, even while numbed. You could feel just more and more pressure. Like if you squeezed your foot, like your one toe, really, really hard in one spot, that's pretty much what it felt like. So, I was just sitting there, and I'm pushing my hands against my face, and I feel everything he's doing, and then the song ends that I'm listening to, and all I hear is a loud crunch, like a really, really loud crunch, and I knew that was my nail of him just chopping or doing whatever he was doing to it, and I immediately just tried to turn more music on. I'm like, I don't want to hear this. So then, about maybe 30 seconds after, took out one headphone and still my eyes are like latched shut. I ask him, is it done? And he's like, yeah. And I open my eyes and I see like a bandage on my toe, and he's wrapping gauze around it. He's already halfway done wrapping gauze down it. And I'm like, holy crap, that was fast. And not a single thing of pain. So if you guys ever have an infected toe or an ingrown toenail, it's really not bad. The only thing that's the worst part about it, honestly, and he didn't lie one bit about it, was the shots going into your toe. That was the worst part about it. So basically, if you guys have an ingrown toenail or anything like that, don't worry about it. It's fine. Surgery isn't bad, but definitely take care of it as soon as possible. Don't have it 3 weeks old. It's bad. I don't know. I'm debating if I want to like put a nice little picture of my toe in at the end for you guys to see it, just to show you I'm not really bluffing. It's like a week old, so it's kind of a little bit harder, but it still looks pretty nasty. I think I'll put it on at the very, very end. So if you guys don't want to see it, don't wait till that. But other than that, guys, basically that's what happened. And other than that, I think it's just been either laziness or my toe has been killing me or something else stupid. So hopefully I'll get back into the knack of doing videos again, because I really do miss it, guys. But until then, I will see you guys then.